Welcome to today's Explainer, where we've got a quick 3 minutes to break down the stark, dramatic weather divide currently splitting the United States. We're exploring a setup that tells two completely different, deeply intense stories right now.
Let's dive right into this incredible contrast. We are seeing a saturated, flood-weary East, completely at odds with a scorching, fire-ravaged West. It's a literal battle of water and fire stretching coast to coast.
Section 1. Floods and Storms East, Saturated Soils and Slow-Moving Threats. Let's start on the eastern half of the country, where relentless moisture and slow-moving storm systems are really the main story.
Breaking down the regions, we have everything from a level 2 flash flood risk battering already saturated soils in cities like Pittsburgh, Buffalo, and Syracuse, all the way down to localized severe storms along the Gulf Coast.
The real issue here is the compounding effect. Because the soils are completely waterlogged from a brutal week of storms, even a modest rainfall of 1 to 2 inches in Ohio and Pennsylvania is triggering rapid urban runoff. Couple that with remnant moisture tracking up the mid-Atlantic, plus Florida facing steamy peak afternoon storms with heat indices over 100 degrees, and the East is just drenched.
Section 2. Western Heat and Fire, Heat Domes and Historic Wildfires. Let's move out west and see how this builds into an entirely different but equally dangerous weather extreme.
So the crucial point to understand here is a truly staggering number, 115 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the forecasted high for both Las Vegas and Phoenix right now, as they are trapped under an intense, locked-in heat dome hovering over the Four Corners region. But the critical danger is the lack of a recovery window. With morning lows stuck in the low to mid-90s in Phoenix, your body never gets a chance to cool down. The heat-related illness risks in these conditions are absolutely critical.
And this intense heat isn't isolated, it's expanding aggressively. It's pushing triple digits back into Texas, prompting heat advisories and critical red flag warnings up in Wyoming where it's hitting 102 degrees, and baking California's Central Valley with temperatures between 103 and 108 degrees.
Of course, this extreme heat and wind fuel our most severe crisis. Oregon's wildfires have already consumed 1.7 million acres. That puts them 88% of the way to tying their all-time worst season on record. And remember, it's only early August.
As crews operate under maximum level 5 preparedness to fight these historic blazes, the source notes that the Trump administration has denied federal firefighting assistance grants for 2 of the season's most significant fires. This comes despite approvals for other grants that were requested by Oregon's governor.
The massive scale of these fires means the impacts are traveling far beyond state borders. A giant smoke plume is now drifting from the Pacific Northwest all the way down to Texas, severely degrading air quality across multiple states.
Section 3. The Week Ahead, What to Expect Next. Looking forward, what does this extreme pattern mean for the coming days? Will either side of the country finally see a break?
Here's how it's shaping up. While the Gulf Coast will finally see some drier air pushing in by Monday and Tuesday, and a Pacific front might slightly weaken the Northwest Ridge, the larger threats remain in place. That dangerous extreme heat in the desert Southwest and the heavy flood threats in the East are definitely going to persist. Which leaves us with a critical question to ponder as we wrap up today's 3-minute explainer. As we watch these simultaneous opposite extremes unfold across the map, are we truly prepared for this kind of nationwide weather whiplash? Can our infrastructure actually handle heat domes on one coast and flash floods on the other? Keep that in mind as you check your local forecast this week, and thanks for learning with me today.